Hello, and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. Time for the SmackDown spoilers, baby. SmackDown from this coming Friday, August 15th, 2014, and I was not able to find the location, but does it really matter? I don't think it does. Probably someplace close to Portland where they were on Monday for Raw. Who knows? But I got the notes here. Let's do this. And this is the go home episode of SmackDown for the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Anyways, the show starts with the Miz TV segment that they announced on Raw, which was going to be Miz, of course, hosting, and his guest Roman Reigns. So, Miz is in the ring, and he calls Reigns out to come out and time for the show, bro. Reigns comes out and he gets a pretty big reaction. Notes came from NoDQ.com. That's what the note said, his big reaction. Although, I would be inclined to believe that, as he has been getting over quite well lately. People like this guy. They like him a whole hell of a lot more than they like Cena. But of course, anybody but Cena. So, Miz and Reigns are in the ring and they're talking. And Miz keeps interrupting Roman. Really, Miz? Really? Really? You're not smart enough to know that that's not a good idea? To keep interrupting the guy who's about twice your size? You didn't know that was a bad idea, Miz? Mikey? You didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? No. Anyways, so Miz keeps interrupting Reigns. So Roman does what a lot of people, I imagine, have wanted to do to The Miz for a while. He cracks him in the fucking mouth. I'm sure plenty of people want to do that. So yeah, he decks Miz with a shot to the mouth. And apparently the Miz runs away after that. Because, yeah. Notes doesn't say anything else about him for the rest of this segment. Roman continues by cutting a promo about how he's going to beat Randy Orton at SummerSlam. And he gets a big pop for that. That's the end of that segment. Moving on to the next one. We get a match between Dean Ambrose and Cesaro, which Ambrose wins. It was said to be a good back and forth match. I'm sure it probably was. Again, Ambrose and Cesaro can both work, so probably a good match, probably worth the watch. After the match, Seth Rollins comes out, and I'm going to guess he stops at the stage because he's too chicken shit to get in the ring with Ambrose. But Rollins comes out, and he cuts a promo on Ambrose. End of that segment. Next bit, they announce a match for later on, which turns out to be the main event, by the way. Because of what happened during the Miz TV segment, we're going to get Roman Reigns versus The Miz. And like I said, that ends up being the main event for the show. So they announced that. Up next, Dolph Ziggler defeats Titus O'Neil. Thank you. Because Titus sucks. After that, Mark Henry defeats Luke Harper by disqualification when Eric Rowan interferes. Because Rowan was obviously at ringside for Harper, and apparently the Big Show was at ringside for Henry, because the two of them are back to being a team now. And that leads into what happens next. Because of the DQ finish, Kane comes out our director of operations, he comes out and makes a tag team match between the two teams. And that is immediately following. So, Mark Henry and the Big Show defeat Harper and Rowan in what was described as a good match. And the crowd also, or I should say, Henry and Big Show get a big pop after winning. Don't know why, though, but whatever. We get a repeat of what happened Monday on Raw. Another match between AJ Lee and Eva Marie, which Eva Marie wins. This time by countout, as AJ chased after Paige, who had come down to distract AJ. Paige was taunting AJ, and so AJ went out to chase after her, and AJ gets counted out. So, Eva Marie beats our Divas champion again. Why Eva Marie? Why not somebody else? Somebody with credibility, somebody maybe with a little bit of talent. Fuck's sake, I would rather see AJ lose to Rosa Mendez. I'm not kidding either. After the match is over, Paige ends up beating AJ down in the ring, and then Paige skips away to mock AJ. So that's the end of that segment. We move on to see Jack Swagger squash Bo Dallas in a match. So yeah, I don't know what the really inconsistent booking with Bo Dallas here. It's like he wins a bunch, and then he loses one, and he flips the fuck out, and then he gets really pissy and aggressive and beats the fuck out of R-Truth and gets his win back. And then he gets squashed by Swagger. After the match, Lana and Rusev come out to huge heat, reportedly, and USA chants. They didn't say anything, apparently. Bo complained that he didn't really tap out. So, don't know. Don't care either. I don't care. After that, we get the main event, which was Roman Reigns and The Miz. And Roman Reigns wins, of course, in what was described as a decent main event. And The Miz had tried to bail on the match, but he was stopped by Dolph Ziggler, who came out, grabbed The Miz, and threw his ass back into the ring so he could keep getting his ass whooped by Reigns. And Roman celebrates to end the show. So that's the SmackDown spoilers. And as usual, I have a few extra notes to go over. One of these I really should have mentioned on the Raw video because I was aware of it back then, but I just completely forgot about it. It just slipped my mind. Raw was so boring, I just completely forgot about everything else. But anyways, that note being, Alberto Del Rio was fired towards the end of last week, I believe it was. And this was due to a backstage altercation he had with somebody. I think it was somebody in the production crew or something. One of the writers, maybe. I don't know. But he apparently struck this person. Del Rio did. And so they fired him for that. Rightfully so. I mean, Del Rio probably did it on purpose. He was sick of being in the WWE anyways, and his contract was about ready to run out. So, he's done. Nothing of value lost, honestly. I don't care about Del Rio. Haven't cared about him for a while. Ugh. Man, those vignettes they were doing for him before he debuted were hilarious. And then he debuts, and he's just this boring motherfucker with Ricardo as his butler and everything. They pushed him way too much. Oh well, bye-bye Del Rio, we won't miss you. Apparently, he's agreed to show up at the AAA event down in Mexico. The Triple Mania event. And going along with that, Rey Mysterio has agreed to appear. I don't know if it's at the same event or just for AAA sometime soon. Mysterio is apparently done with the WWE as well. He's trying to... He's trying to work out a contract dispute with the WWE. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that. But he's trying to work out this dispute with his contract. He wants out, obviously. It seems like everybody's trying to get the hell out of the WWE lately. Or I don't know, maybe that's just me jumping to conclusions. Most of these guys who are real wrestlers are trying to get the fuck out of there because they can see the WWE just doesn't give a fuck about real wrestling anymore. Punk decided to quit because he knew the creative direction was going into the toilet. Del Rio saw that he was being downplayed and down-pushed, basically, to the undercard and shit. Mysterio, I don't know why in the hell he cares what happens with him. Like, Ray, you should be glad that you still have a job. Your knee is blown to shit. You need to retire before you end up in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. So yeah. There goes the first two notes that I have here. Thirdly, and this is actually some good news, Kevin Steen has finally signed with the WWE. Now, this was officially announced, I believe, Tuesday, and I saw it on Facebook because I follow 4 of the WWE's Facebook pages. The official WWE page, the Monday Night Raw page, the Friday Night SmackDown page, as well as the NXT page. And all 4 of them all posted this same thing at the same time. And it was just the official announcement along with a nice little picture showing Steen wearing an NXT t-shirt, standing, shaking hands with Triple H, standing in the NXT ring, in the NXT arena at Full Sail. So yes, Steen has officially signed with the WWE. He'll be in NXT for a little while. It probably shouldn't take him very long to get up to the main roster because the guy is a great wrestler. And he's already good at promos and everything. They might have him take a couple of months to adapt to the WWE style. But yeah. Apparently, the deal had been done, the contract had been signed a couple of weeks ago after Steen had finished going through his physical evaluation. Because before they sign you to NXT, they give you a physical examination type of thing where, you know, they got to make sure that you're in okay shape, you don't have any diseases, anything like that that you could give to any of the other people, you know. So, yeah. Steen's now signed with the WWE. That is very, very good. Thank you. moving on to the last note that I have here. And this, back to the other version, or to the other spectrum, other side of the spectrum, the bad news. You know that nifty little stable that they were forming between Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston? It's been dropped. So before they even got a chance to get their feet off the ground, it's been dropped. Apparently Big E was on the Superstars or the main event taping. He was alone, and he was back to his old gimmick. And apparently Xavier Woods was at a house show or something, and he was back to his old gimmick too, and again was alone. And I think they even said Kofi made an appearance somewhere as well, again alone, back to his old gimmick. So this potential big storyline with these three guys, actually giving them something to do, nope, it's just been dropped. They're done. You couldn't even give it a chance to work. You just, nope, done. Don't give these guys anything cool to do. You could have had a nice little stable, a nice little gimmick with the three of them, and they could have. I guess they decided to throw it by the wayside because Mark Henry's not gonna be joining them because he's going back to teaming with the Big Show, which, by the way, nobody cared about in the first place, anyways. Could have just had Mark Henry join the stable, and it would have been good. Put R-Truth in there too. That would have been cool. New Nation of Domination. It would have been nice. You know, let's try to do something with these guys who aren't really doing anything. They don't have any storylines. They're not in any feuds. And we all know that WWE doesn't really care much about its black wrestlers, because the WWE's fucking racist. I'm having trouble getting situated in my chair here. Show's just about over anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, stable between the three of them dropped. That's nice. Mysterio and Del Rio are both done with the WWE, and they're going to AAA down in Mexico. And Kevin Steen has signed with the WWE. So one positive, well, three positives, because I don't give a fuck about Mysterio or Del Rio anymore. Three positives and one negative. And then the rest of the show, of course. So yeah, that's it for the SmackDown spoilers. Once again, that's August 15th, 2014. And again, I was not able to find the location, so don't know about that. But I don't know. WWE just ain't that great anymore. I'm very seriously thinking that SummerSlam could be my last video doing this. Or at least doing the main WWE stuff. I might switch over to do just NXT from now on, since that seems to be where the good stuff is. You know, you got these new guys with these cool, interesting new gimmicks and storylines, and you actually get to see some good matches. I was about to watch the latest episode of NXT on Hulu, and was having internet problems. The stupid thing wouldn't load, so. But either way, I may end up doing that, because like I said, WWE sucks right now. Raw, SmackDown, I don't know about main event and Superstars. You probably get a couple of decent matches there, but they don't really matter. So who cares? I guess it's just to have, you guys don't have matches this week. We got to pay you. So here, have a match on SmackDown, or not SmackDown, Superstars or main event. So yeah, as I said, I think that's it for the SmackDown spoilers. Um, we're going to see about the predictions video because I was just looking at WWE.com a little while ago. Was looking through the SummerSlam card. They have not announced a match for the pre-show. Now, maybe they're just not going to do one. I don't really see any point to it because the card that they have, it's going to be a 3-hour pay-per-view probably. Pay-per-views usually are about 3 hours. So, with the matches that they've announced, there's really not going to be any need to bump one to the pre-show. In 3 hours, you should be able to get all of these matches in. You know, if you do need to bump a match to the pre-show, how about you make it the Brie and Stephanie match that no one cares about anyways? Bump that to the pre-show. Give the matches that people care about, the WWE World Heavyweight title match between Lesnar and Cena, give that a couple more minutes. Give Ziggler and Miz a couple of more minutes for the Intercontinental title. They haven't announced anything for the tag titles. They did just do as I said on Raw, there was an open challenge announced for main event, which turned out being a triple threat match between the Usos, Rybaxel, and RVD and Sheamus. I don't know how the hell the two of them started teaming together. I guess it was just for this. But it was triple threat match, and the Usos retained. So, whoop-de-doo. Like I said, didn't I say it? I said it. I fucking said the Usos were gonna retain that shit. Making this whole thing pointless. Why do anything if it's not going to have a point? The Usos cut a promo saying that we want to be fighting champions, and we. So come out and defend it on Raw or SmackDown. Don't do it on a show that hardly anybody fucking watches. Because I think anymore nowadays, main event and superstars are only on the WWE network. I'm looking at these bracelets that I'm wearing here. Nice little bracelet with skulls on it here. Who cares? Moving on. So yeah. They haven't announced anything for the tag titles for the pay-per-view. And it looks like the feud between the Usos and Harper and Rowan is done. Not that I care. Don't care for either one of the teams. And Harper and Rowan are basically getting buried with their loss here to Mark Henry and the Big Show. What else? You have the Intercontinental title match. You have the WWE World Heavyweight title match. You have Brie and Stephanie. Fuck you. You have... Oh yeah, Rollins and Ambrose in their lumberjack match. What other matches are there? I'm not sure. I probably should have taken my notes for that, but I don't know. I wanted to wait until like Friday or Saturday after stuff has solidified, I don't remember any other matches being announced. You have the title match for the main title. You have the Intercontinental title match. Stephanie and Brie. Rollins and Ambrose. Oh, Rusev and Swagger. Jericho and Bray Wyatt. Again. So you got 6 matches there. Trying to think of any others. I don't think there were. Oh yeah, AJ and Paige. The other title match. Okay, so that's 7 matches. Can't think of any others. There's nothing. The feud between Cameron and Naomi. I guess the thing where Cameron won was the blow off. They don't give feuds proper blow offs anymore. You know, you got to have the blow off. Ask Dusty about that. He knows. He's down there booking NXT. Of course he knows. But yeah, it looks like 7 matches on this card. And 3-hour pay-per-view. So I don't think any of them need to be bumped to the pre-show. And if you do need to bump one of them, make it the Brie and Stephanie match, because nobody cares about it. You could bump it completely off the pay-per-view and not even do it at all. Nobody would care. Nobody would even notice. So no. They may end up doing a completely unannounced match for the pre-show. Like something with Fandango and Adam Rose. Probably keeping with that bullshit. Adam Rose will come out with Summer and Layla again. And they'll screw over Johnny and, you know. Or maybe they might actually use that to have Johnny ditch the Fandango character and just go apeshit and destroy Adam Rose. And pimp slap Summer and Layla in the faces and tell those bitches to take a hike. I don't care about you 2 whores anymore. Fandango's dead. I'm Johnny Curtis now, bitches. I don't give a fuck. Does this rag smell like chloroform to you? Anyways. Look up some of his stuff from NXT before they went to Full Sail. I think you can find it on Hulu. I think it's the 5th season. Look up some of that stuff. Just, you can look it up on YouTube. Look up Johnny Curtis, Maxine, and Derek Bateman and Caitlyn. The 4 of them. Good Lord. That storyline between the 4 of them was great. And it was hilarious. Anyways. We'll see what's going to happen with the predictions. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep doing the WWE shows after SummerSlam. Because I can pretty much see what's coming. We're going to end up with Brock as the WWE Champion. World Heavyweight Champion. They're going to give him the new belt that they're getting ready to debut. I think Ziggler may end up winning the Intercontinental title from Miz. I hope so. He should have fucking won it in the Battle Royal at the last pay-per-view. No, they had to play the cowardly heel shtick. We gotta build up the Miz. He's got a movie coming out. Like anyone cares. Again. I hope Ziggler wins. That would be nice. I think Paige is going to win the Divas title back. I should probably save this for the predictions. I don't even have the full card, so I'll just save the rest of this for the predictions. That was the SmackDown spoilers. Once again, August 15th, 2014. Again, still couldn't find the location of the show. Like I said, probably somewhere near Portland, or probably Portland itself. Either way, thank you for watching. Join us next time for the predictions. That'll probably be Friday or Saturday, if I can get around to it. Probably Friday or Saturday, though. Join us next time for that. And then after that, we will be doing, of course, the SmackDown video itself after the pay-per-view on Sunday. And one other note, I think I'm going to stop using the webcam for at least the longer shows like Raw and the pay-per-views, because I noticed when I uploaded the video for Raw, it took 4 or 5 hours to upload to YouTube. And my internet connection is usually fairly good. It's because the file was so big. It was damn near a 2-hour video, about an hour and 40 something minutes. And I looked at the size of it in the file thing. It was over 2 gigabytes, or around 2 gigabytes. So it took like 3, 4, 5 hours to upload that to YouTube. So I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the raw videos with the webcam. I think I might just do the Earthbound footage with that, and maybe use the webcam for SmackDown and the predictions, the pay-per-view prediction shows, or any other short videos that I might do. If I start doing NXT, that'll be pretty short because the NXT is about an hour. And you still get better stuff than you get on Raw. That's amazing. 1 hour show, you get better matches, you get better promos, you get better storylines and feuds. Why isn't Dusty booking and writing the main roster? I don't know. Anyways, I'm thinking about that whole thing with the webcam. I'm not sure. Leave a comment if you like, if you want me to keep doing the webcam thing for the main shows, Raw and the pay-per-views. Maybe if I get enough comments, people saying they want me to keep doing it that way, I'll keep doing it. But do know that it will probably mean that the video won't be up until early Tuesday morning. So, well, it's usually early Tuesday morning, but even later on Tuesday morning. So, but yeah, if you want me to keep doing it, leave a comment. We'll see. And we'll see you next time for the pay-per-view predictions for SummerSlam. The biggest event of the summer. Yeah. Not really, though. So thank you for watching once again. We will see you next time for the SummerSlam predictions video. And we will see you then for that. Thank you for watching.